Picture it before you paint it. Download the free Dulux Visualizer app and see how your room will look in any color you choose. Dulux, let's color.
Sorry, do I look gorgeous? Oh, whoa, I love this. Still absolutely love every minute of doing my own home.
We head out to the Vaal to visit Kim Hutton's weekend home. Kim Hutton, owner of Kim H Interiors, takes us through his haven with an eclectic mix.
I reckon we're a team of young, yes, myself included, absolutely passionate designers about moulding homes and offices to exceed a client's brief. My design philosophy is try things. Don't be afraid to try. Too many people, I think, are uber conservative and too scared to paint a wall a colour or whatever. It's actually your home. You love the colour, man, go for it. This particular home, I've been fortunate enough to have grown up with a weekend home at the Vaal as a kid, and it's always been such a happy place. And I thought, now I wanted to go back to the Vaal with the water and the boats, etc. So I've looked for a very special combination of things that I wanted in a holiday home, and I found it here. Designing for myself versus designing for a client, you know, it's weird. With a client, somehow I just feel I know what the answers are. I know what kind of thing they're going to enjoy. I know what areas to delve into, what products to pull out of the woods. But when you come to do your own home, you land up being indecisive, weirdly. Introducing items to the space that were absolutely necessary was quite a simple one. In that, essentially, I wanted it to be a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom home and a lovely big general space. If I could afford, or the design would allow me to put a loft upstairs with a lounge, if anybody brought kids, I could do so, and I've been able to do it. For a weekend place, the open plan living area in my book has got to be completely casual, and essentially if you can incorporate the kitchen, incorporate the dining room, so that on a weekend everybody does everything together. Some are cooking, some are watching TV, etc. So you try and incorporate it all in one space. And here I've been really lucky to be able to do it with an incredible volume above us, which could accommodate the loft, etc. But it gave this whole room just such a lovely feeling of space. What I generally try and do is come up with a palette of 1 or 2 main colours that you literally will go in and do the whole home in those 2 colours. Where there are walls that get a lot of light, they actually get the darker version. It's a very similar tone, they get the darker version. Where there's a wall that doesn't get a lot of light, they get the lighter version. So just as a basic, when you walk into the house and it's absolutely empty, there is some kind of a depth to it. So I brought my depth in through the basic palette of being a taupe colour, and then your areas of interest with a crisp white right next to that taupe, crisp white right next to a charcoal, so that there are parts of interest throughout the whole room. And that's where paint is absolutely phenomenal, is at little expense you can make such a dramatic difference to a room or a series of rooms. Colour was an interesting one when it came to the floor. I recently was fortunate enough to go to some beautiful lodge in Mozambique, and inside the lodge it had a white wooden floor. And so I came back and I said to my team, I am putting white on the floor. The home that I purchased was a face brick home, and the area that we're in now on the lounge was a big covered veranda, and there was this huge braai in the corner, as would traditionally be the case. And whilst it was there, I thought, hey, let me turn it into just another fireplace in the home. All I did was I took an undercoat and I painted it crisp white, and it stands out like a tower in the middle of the room as its own little feature, as the original fireplace in the home. And I used white because it just reflected the texture of the rows of bricks that had been here for years and years and years. So it just exacerbated the fact that, hey, here's a feature. There was a beautiful old original home here. Parts of that home are still here, and the white helped me make a bit of a feature out of it. Whether for my own home or for clients' homes, I love selecting out those particular pieces that I love for them or I love for my home. The two leather chairs, I think I was in a market in Paris where I was shopping for a few clients for items, and I saw those and I thought, oh, I can picture those at my house at the Vaal. And the string detail I've done, which is like up to the ceiling, is quite modern. It's very simple. It's pure cotton rope. But all it does do is, from the voluminous ceiling all the way down, it creates a bit of a visual barrier between the dining section and this section. But it's all still continually open. Everybody can hear each other, see each other. But that's a way of making a big space just feel like it's sort of dissected into smaller areas, but all of them are in exactly the same overall space.
Bringing in raw wood as your floor keeps the room light and airy. And with painting your metal banister, you can always switch it up to a different colour at your will. When using more than one colour in a single space, have the darker wall where the room has the most light. It's great to play with texture. For your holiday home, bring in your treasured items to give the space uniqueness. There's no limit to what you can do for your home away from home. Remember to keep it cool and casual. To accentuate beautiful architectural features in your home, use a high contrasted painted monochromatic scheme such as dove grey and brilliant white. Combine with wooden or copper accessories to create a striking effect. If you're looking for a warmer colour scheme, you can combine your cool neutrals such as dove grey and natural taupe to soften the space. To find the perfect colour scheme to recreate a look, go to the Dulux Visualizer app, browse and search for the colour by name. You can also find the colour scheme best suited for the paint colour chosen. Dove Grey from Dulux Luxurious Silk is the ideal choice for a premium finish. Find the colour for you.
Picture it before you paint it. Download the free Dulux Visualizer app and see how your room will look in any color you choose. Dulux, let's color.